Hello, and welcome to week 3 of our online music class. Today we're going to have so much fun. Will you please be my echo? When you're my echo, you listen and you repeat, okay? Listen to what I do and copy or repeat exactly what I do, exactly the way I do it, which means you may have to echo my voice, you may have to echo my body, you may have to echo everything. Are you ready? Hello! Hello. That's your turn. You're supposed to say hello just like me. Listen again. Hello. 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 Very good job. And we will keep working with echoes. But for now, let's have some fun and let's stand up. Now that we're standing up, let's go over something really quick. Whenever you see me sitting down, then you can take a seat too. But make sure that you're doing whatever I ask. But when we are standing up, when you see me standing up, you should be standing up too and doing exactly what you see me do. All right. Well, this is going to be so much fun. Make sure you give yourself enough space. Let's move this up just a little bit. Enough space to move around and be a little bit silly, okay? This song is called My Name is Joe. It's kind of silly. But for this song, there's a couple things you're going to need to know how to do. First, push a button. Will you push a button with me? Now let's push this button at the same exact time. Push, 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 push. Say that with me. Push, push, push. Push. Now we're going to push 2 buttons with our hands at the same exact time. Both hands. Do it with me. Push, 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 push. Now while we're pushing these 2 buttons with our hands, let's add in our foot. Push, push, push. Our hands are moving to push the button at the same time our foot is hitting the ground. Push, push. Now we're going to add in our other foot, and we're going to go back and forth. 1 foot, other foot. 1 foot, other foot. All right. Now this is really silly. I'm going to say the song. Your job is to copy me with your body, all right? Hands on your hips, stand up nice and straight and tall. Hi, my name is Joe. And I work in a button factory. I've got a dog and a house and a family. One day, my boss came up to me and said, push this button with your right hand. Do it with me. Push this button with your right hand. Push, 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 push. Here we go. Hi, my name is Joe. And I work in a button factory. I've got a dog and a house and a family. One day, my boss came up to me and said, push this button with your other hand. Push this button with your other hand. Push, 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 push. Hi, my name is Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a dog and a house and a family. One day, my boss came up to me and said, push this button with your foot. Push, push this button with your foot. Push, push. Hi, my name is Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a dog and a house and a family. One day, my boss came up to me and said, push the button with your other foot. Push the button with your other foot. Now remember, you should be doing what I'm doing. You're up on your feet and we're pushing all these buttons together. Push, push, push. Hi, my name is Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a dog and a house and a family. One day, my boss came up to me and said, push the button with your head. Push the button with your head. Hi, my name is Joe, and I work in a button factory. I've got a dog and a house and a family. One day, My boss came up to me and I said no. My hands are tired from pushing on these buttons. My legs are tired. My head is tired. What more do you think he could ask me to do? So I took a seat. All right, friends, now that we're sitting down, we're going to hear a short poem. A short story about a dog. Now, I need your help, because as I'm reading this poem, sometimes there will be moments where I stop and I take a little break. And when I take that little break, I need you to show me your puppy hands and go, woof. Let me hear you. Woof. Very good. Let's start the poem from the beginning. Mother doesn't want a dog. Mother says they smell and never sit when you say sit or even when you yell. Woof. When you come home late at night and there is ice and snow, you have to go back outside because the dog still has to go. Woof. Mother doesn't want a dog. Mother says they shed and always let the strangers in and bark at friends instead. Woof. They do disgraceful things on rugs and track mud on the floor and flop upon your bed at night and snore their doggy snore. Woof. Mother doesn't want a dog. She's making a mistake. More than a dog, I think. She will not want this snake. Woof. So let's talk about what happened in our poem here. So it's about a child, maybe a child just like you, who wants a dog, but their mother gives them all these reasons why maybe a dog's not such a great idea. It's a lot of work, they're really messy. So at the end, the child brings home a snake. What a silly story. Oh my goodness. Guess what? It's time to get up and get moving again, so stand up and find your space, and I'll meet you while we're standing up. All right, friends, now we're really going to have some fun. So pull out this worksheet right here. In the Hall of the Mountain King, drum along. And we have a rhythm right here. Pull this out so that you can look at the rhythm. All right, friends, you should have your In the Hall of the Mountain King drum along in front of you. I have blown it up just a little bit bigger on our screen here so that we can both see it. Now, we're just going to be looking at each measure at a time. A measure is a segment of musical material, and our measures are separated by this line right here. So we are going to be looking at measure 1 right here in red. All right, here's how the measure sounds. T, 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 ta. Say that with me now. T, 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 ta. Say it by yourself, and here you go. Very good. Moving right along. Measure 2. Separated by that little line there. Measure 2 is in green. Here it is. T, T, ta. T, T, ta. Say that with me now. T, T, ta. T, T, ta. Say it by yourself, and here you go. All right. Measure 3 is in blue. Measure 3 sounds like this. T, 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 T. Say that with me now, and here we go. T, 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 T. Say that by yourself, and here you go. Very good. And last but not least, measure 4 is in pink, and it sounds like this. T, 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 two. Our half note is twice as long as our quarter note. Listen to that again. T, 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 two. Say that with me now, and here we go. T, 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 T. Whoop. Let's try that again. I made a silly boo-boo. Here we go. T, 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 two. Good. All right. Try it by yourself, and here you go. Very good. Now let's combine all 4 of our measures and do the whole piece all together from the beginning. Here we go. T, 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 ta. T, T, ta. T, T, ta. T, 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 two. Now here's the exciting part about all of that. This is what we call an ostinato. An ostinato is a figure that repeats. Now, at the very end, we have this repeat sign, and what that means is we are going to repeat back to the beginning after we have finished. So let's go to the beginning of our rhythmic piece. When we get to the end, we go straight back to the beginning. So we will do the red section, the green section, the blue section, the pink section, and the yellow tells us to repeat. 1, 2, and together, here we go. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 two. Repeat. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 two. And we'll stop there for now. Here's what I would like you to do. We are going to do a little bit of drumming today, along with a very special song. I would like you to either find a drum, a bucket, and some sticks, or even 2 pencils, or even your hands. Anything that you would like, but you need something in each hand. You can just use your hands, pencils, anything. You can get creative. All power to you. And once you find those things, so go ahead and pause the video while you're looking, and once you find those things, unpause the video for some fun. All right, friends, well, I told you to go find an instrument. Maybe you have drumsticks at home, maybe you're just using pencils, maybe you're just using your hands on your lap. Any of those options are perfectly fine. But for me, I have a bucket, which I'm going to be using as a drum, and I also have drumsticks. Let's review our rhythm, but on instruments this time. It should sound like this. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 two, T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 two. And some of you might already know what song we're going to do. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta. This is In the Hall of the Mountain King, okay? Let's start the music for real, and let's listen to the ostinato that plays throughout the song. T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 two, T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 two, T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 two, T, 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 ta, T, T, ta, T, T, ta, T, 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 two, T, 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 And at the end there, I did something silly, but you did a good job still following along with me. Okay, friends, let's go ahead and take a seat and learn about the composer of that piece of music. All right, friends, we'll go ahead and take this piece of paper out, which we just used for our drum along, and let's flip it over. On this side, you have a worksheet about Edvard Grieg, who is the composer for Hall and the Mountain King. We are going to learn a little bit about him, and just like last time, what we did with Bach, you are going to be filling in all this information, okay? So, where was he born? You'll tell me the place where he was born. When was he born? You can give me the date. When did he die? What conservatory did he attend? And then a fill in the blank. Grieg wrote music using Norwegian blank, helping to form an identity for his country. So in this next section of the video, you should be filling out this worksheet while you are listening along. If at any point you miss an answer or you need to pause it or rewind it, it's a video, so do what you need to do in order to help yourself best. All right, friends. Well, it is October, and our October composer of the month is Edvard Grieg. Grieg was born in Bergen, Norway on June 15, 1843. Grieg wrote a lot of music using Norwegian folk songs, helping to form an identity for his country. Edvard's first music lessons were with his mother, and he began writing music at the age of 9. Encouraged by a famous Norwegian violinist, Edvard enrolled in Leipzig Conservatory at the age of 15. Edvard Grieg died on September 4, 1907, in his hometown of Bergen, Norway. He is best known for his piano concerto in A minor and his music for Henrik Ibsen's stage play Peer Gynt, which includes two of his best-known works, Morning Mood and In the Hall of the Mountain King. We will be not only listening to both of these songs today, but we will be doing something special with one of them in particular. All right, friends, well, I have this very special treat for you. Today, I'll be reading a book to you titled In the Hall of the Mountain King, adapted from Henrik Ibsen by Alison Flannery. Remember, that's the guy that wrote this story. Illustrated by Vester Stamper, and with music by Edvard Grieg, of course, our composer of the month. In the Hall of the Mountain King. Let's turn so that you can see the pages. In the country of Norway, a boy named Peer lived on the forest's edge, where the trees and mountains are tall. His little house faced west so that he could always see the sea. One day, Peer ventured through the forest and out to the other side, farther than he had ever before. There, he found the best treasure of all, a castle. At first, he tiptoed along, careful not to make a sound, his eyes wide at the wonders before him. The stories were true. He saw the Mountain King's riches with his own eyes. From passage to passage and room to room, Peer grew more confident. Maybe he could be the king. He walked and marched. He skipped and spun on the marble floors, wishing the day would never end. Peer rounded a corner, and who did he bump into? But the Mountain King himself. Peer had been so enchanted that he had forgotten one important thing. He was an uninvited guest. Fear of the Mountain King's fury seized Peter. Fear of dark dungeons. Fear of never again seeing his little house by the sea. Peer ran like he had never run before. The Mountain King bounded after him, but Peer was faster. As Peer raced through the castle, he slammed doors behind him, hoping to slow the Mountain King just enough to escape. They ran and ran, doors slammed and slammed. Each door brought Peer one step closer to freedom, but the Mountain King was getting nearer and nearer. One last door stood behind Peer, one final door until he was free. He ran, he jumped, he slid through the door. Slam! Pierre didn't look back as the castle disappeared into the forest beyond the mountain. As he found his way back home, he made a promise. From this day on, he would have his adventures closer to home. At least for a while. Now that's a fun story, but where was the music? This book was written as both a book that could be read and a book where the music was telling what was going on instead of my words. So let's listen to the book again, but this time, instead of me telling you what's going on, I want you to look at the pictures of what Pierre is doing and listen to the music. The music is going to tell you what's going on. Starting it all up. Here it goes. Tiptoe. And then all safe and sound at the end. Until he goes back out again. Alright friends, well, now that is a really fun song, but I'm tired of watching Pierre have all the fun. I want to have fun too. Let's stand on up. Good, now that we're standing up, let's take a moment and look at all the fun things that Pierre was doing. At the very beginning of the book, he's making his way to the castle. However, he has to sneak by the guards. And the best way to sneak past the guards without being noticed is to tiptoe, using quiet toes so that he does not get caught. As he walks around, he can see the treasures throughout the castle, looking around. He gets a little bit more confident, and instead of tiptoeing, he's marching around. He's so excited, he doesn't think he's going to be caught until he is. Then, when he gets caught, he runs away. He runs faster and faster. As he's running, doors are shutting behind him. And he's going on his adventure, and then one final jump. He jumps through the door into safety. So let's listen to the song one more time and let's be like Pier on that adventure, all right? Okay. Let's set this up so that you can see me even better. All right, friends, let's see. Can you see me here? Almost. Okay, stand up just like me, and we're going to have some fun. Do you hear that? Huh. We're in the castle, in the hall of the Mountain King. Let's tiptoe. We don't want to be caught, so we have to use our whisper toes. Make sure your toes are quiet. You wouldn't want the Mountain King to hear you, would you? Shh. Keep tiptoeing. We're getting deeper and deeper into the castle. And as we're getting deeper and deeper, it's getting darker and darker, but, there's lots of cool things to look at. Do you see that over there? Let's look. 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 Look, 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 look. Feeling pretty good. Can you march with me? I think we're gonna be fine. What do you think? Let's march. It's the Mountain King. We gotta run away! You gotta run away with me! Gotta run! We gotta get away to safety! Can you run really, really fast? The music's getting faster! We need to run even faster! Run as fast as you can! Now guess what? We have to jump through the doors! Jump! Jump! Let's run a little bit to the next one. Jump! Jump! Run a little bit more. Go really fast. Jump! Jump! Now get ready. One big jump through the last door. Jump! And we're now safe from the Mountain King. Woo! What an adventure. Let's go ahead and take a seat. After all that excitement, I think I need a moment just to relax. Now, Edvard Grieg wrote more than just In the Hall of the Mountain King. He wrote actually a lot of songs for the story of Peer Gynt, one of which is called Morning Mood. You might recognize this song. It's how I feel when I wake up in the morning on a nice Saturday. The sun shines out because maybe I got to sleep in a little bit. It's a beautiful day and everything is great. This is a good way to describe how the song makes me feel. Do what I do and copy me. And that's all we will be listening to of that today. Now, friends, it's time for music class to be over. I'll see you again next week. I hope you had fun. Bye, guys.